Praise be to Jesus. Hi everyone, Charles Whitty here. I thought I'd read to you from several articles which you may have missed. These are, not the big life site or church militant articles. So, I'll just start reading these here. There's several of them. If the 8 bishops' conferences of the Amazonian region will ask Pope Francis during the October Amazonian Synod to abolish celibacy, the Pope, in my opinion, would in principle be ready to do so, Cardinal Walter Kasper told FR.de May 27th. Well, we don't find that surprising at all. That's really expected. It almost seems like, to say it's a done deal before it happens is probably premature, but, you could probably come pretty close to saying that, actually. The community of the Arab world in Italy has dedicated this year's Eid al-Fitr, June 4th to 6th, the festival of breaking the fast, marking the end of Ramadan, to Pope Francis. They dedicated this to Pope Francis. Okay, next story here. Pope Francis is noted for his ambiguous statements, but I find the indeterminate meaning contained in the Abu Dhabi document the most egregious. Father Thomas Weinandy writes on CatholicWorldReport.com June 2nd. For him, this ambiguous document devalues Christ's person, undermines the very gospel, and implicitly subverts the divine will. For Weinandy, this is, quote, this is inexcusable and evokes profound sadness. Well, I don't know what he finds ambiguous. Maybe there are a lot of ambiguous statements, but the ones that are most important has to do with saying that God actively wills all religions, and that, which is basically saying that if God wills all religions, then all religions are a path to heaven. And, that goes against Scripture. Christ said he was the way to the Father. Oh, boy. All right, what's next here? Whether one was homosexual or not will not matter at the Last Judgment. Archbishop George Gainswein claimed during a talk in Karlsruhe, Germany, June the 4th. Gainswein is the private secretary of Benedict XVI. Well, technically he's probably correct. Whether or not one was a homosexual, you could be a homosexual, and as long as you don't practice homosexuality, you're in good shape. So, I wonder what I'm not sure what exactly he's driving at there. He just might be playing around with words, or not, I think technically what he's saying is actually correct, whether or not you're whatever, it's just another sin. As long as you don't practice the sin, or you fight against it as much as you can, with all the strength that you have. Let's see here. The Vatican Congregation for Religious lifted the vows of most of the French Little Sisters of Mary. This article here I just saw in LifeSite News, but this is from 3 or 4 days ago from another site. The congregation is led by Cardinal Diabiz, a modernist. The sisters wrote in a June 3rd statement that they had tried for years to dialogue with Rome over and over again, but no agreement could be found. The ecclesiastical authorities wanted us to change our way of living our religious life, they explained. Yeah, well, he's pretty much gotten rid of. I think the LifeSite article said that there are like only 3 sisters that agreed, and I don't know, 20 or 30 of them have, I guess, decommissioned themselves from the religious life. They just can't deal with the modernism. There is already Christian unity, Pope Francis claimed on his June 2nd flight from Romania to Rome. He added, "Let's not wait for the theologians to come to agreement on the Eucharist." Father Thomas Reese asked on religiousnews.com June the 5th if Francis was singling his willingness to move towards Eucharistic sharing without total theological agreement, which according to Reese would be consistent with everything else he is saying. Yeah, I could see that. He's doing that. Our Lady of Grace in Hoboken, Newark Archdiocese, which is obviously Tobin there, stages on June the 30th its second Pride Mass in support of New York City's homosexual march on the same day. At last year's Mass, Father Alexander Santora blessed those who attended the homosexual march. Okay, well, those are some of the stories you might have missed. I suppose there are more. I just wanted to get back on the air. I've really been, I've really had a lot of trouble with the enemy here. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to get into all the particulars there. I don't think anyone's particularly interested in, just that, it's something we all have trouble with. But, I mean, I do more so because I pray a lot. He's always trying to stop me from praying. He's always, trying to drag you backwards into your own filth of your past life. And, I've had a very, a past life without God for 40 years. So, I was out in the world and I did a lot of bad things. And all right, well, I think that's all I'm going to say for right now. So we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.